All right. So today we're going to have a therapeutic section discussion with moi in life issues. Abrabo Mu Nsem. Most of us know, yeah, or like all of us are aware that no one has the ability to stop time. So when we go through challenges, struggles, difficulties, it's not easy to get over it. But there are ways and means to deal with the problem, not go around it, not bury it within, but to literally work through it for you to be able to move forward. It's nothing is ever easy. However, if we take time to dissect everything that happens and figure out what went wrong or how best can we move on, let things go. Because when we keep things inside, it hurts us. Sometimes most of us will think that we doing it to get back at the person. Listen, life must go on. So I welcome everybody. Um, I hope everyone are doing quite well. Um, so if you have any questions, you can put forth your questions. Everyone is welcome to share their personal opinion, to also contribute into the discussion. I like to learn from other people and I enjoy sharing coping skills that I have learned, information that I have, so we can all build ourselves together. I welcome everyone also. Boss, oh, boss, go back. The marvelous, knowledgeable, strong will. Beautiful boss lady. One. Radio mu ya santo asa pepepe. Boss, mema wakwaba. And thank you so very much. Oh man, boss, you go kill me, pal. With so much compliments, thank you very much. So, as I was saying, I like to engage. So please bring your comments as I'm doing this. Let me share it. I need to share. So invite friends to join in. Today is a therapeutic section. Normally, I don't do this, but I'm going to do it more. And we're going to talk about. I want to focus in three areas today. However, if any of you have something, a question or situation that you want to bring forth, that's quite okay because we can talk about it to dissect it and figure out solutions, how best we can go about it to solve the problems because that's what most of us needs to do more often. Have to be able to deal with problems, solve it, and stop going around and looking for people to fix us, whereas we can fix ourselves. A lot of people are not good with that. They be like, how do I fix myself when I'm broken? There are a lot of ways one can build themselves when they are broken. So don't sell yourself short. You definitely have the capacity to do so. So let me just share it to the group. Let me see. All right. Oh my goodness, this is not it. Okay. Mhm. 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 All right. I mean, God knows. He knows that if He had given us the ability to change time, majority of us will cheat time. We will cheat time by going back to steal somebody's partners. Hey, Obapa won't fit your sister. Yes, me who watch you. It's saying it's good to see you today. Remember, you guys invite friends. Invite all your friends, family members, and share the program. Okay, so a lot of times, when we go through situation, broken heart, downfall, challenges, losing loved ones, um, having a hard time financially, you don't have any support, having children with the father not involved, the father nowhere to be found, because a lot of women are stuck having to take care of their children. They have to single parents, working, some of them working more than two jobs to take care of themselves and their children. But some things that keeps happening, some parents, even some are married, they have the both parents there, but then you have one who is always taking, receiving, and draining, whereas the other one is suffering. So we have to be able to figure out how to balance it, right? Because I personally do not want to die prematurely. When someone dies prematurely, it means it's not their time, but because they did not take care of themselves, their personal need, their mental stability, their mental need, psychological, emotional needs. So they either fell sick or one day they just dropped dead, right? And sometimes you hear family members or friends or people saying, "Oh, but I just spoke to him or her yesterday and she wasn't sick, he wasn't sick. How can he or she die?" It happens when we don't take care of ourselves because our body does not talk, right? And sometimes we do work and do things and we feel like we have the strength to do whatever. Some of us, we even, make the initiative of taking extra work upon ourselves because we feel like we're capable of doing it. You need to take breaks. You need to take vacations, mini vacations, going to places. I love the fact that our author, for the Trabra, every now and then you see her share a picture of herself and with her family. And, she goes to other places. She doesn't stay where she's residing. She goes to different places, to enjoy life. We see Obapa, Sister Aisha with the X Factor, also taking mini vacations, right? And with her family, snapping pictures, strike a pose, turn around and all that. And then we see Boss Lady, right? Boss Lady, I saw you dancing. Oh my goodness. And I was like, finally, I see Boss Lady, full stature, dancing, and you look so elegant in your white lace. You were so awesome. I just love watching that video. I've seen it so many times, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, look how peaceful and happy that she is. You look at somebody's facial expression, body posture, their movement, how they go about themselves, how they talk to other people, how they engage with people. Like you can tell the person, is really at peace, right? And then sometimes you also have people who are masterminds, right? But it don't matter. No matter how great you are, when you are con artist, right? When you are a person who always pretending, right? You're gonna say something, do something that is going to bring out your personality, your true character, right? It could be a conversation you're having with someone, or at times, even through comments, when you go to different platforms and you sharing stuff, people can size you out. Sister Yana Semeboa. Saya for that to Bravo Altabaku. We welcome you. Hello, sis. Hope you are good. I am so awesome. I'm feeling awesome. Prior to coming on, Kay was sitting here, so I thought I will get him to be part of this discussion. And before I click on live, he got up to go play with the kids. They playing a game, a guessing game. So he went to help them with that. Yeah. Yeah, Saya. Thank you for being here. I know my morning walk has consumed. I'll be tired though. I'll be tired because I'm working so much. Paperwork is killing me. So but I will get back on that. I cannot keep I keep saying it and I'm not resuming, but trust me, I will resume. I've been exercising within the house, but I haven't been recording because it's not everything that I need to record. It's something that I'm working on. Brother Walla Vasco, what is saying? It's good to see you today. Aha. Oh my goodness. Ajodo Papevi. Thank you. Thank you. Abrabono. Yeah. Bako. Bako. It says, I'm telling you, we only have one life to live indeed. Right? One. So I cannot gamble with my life, my decision making. Of course, it's not every decision that I'm going to make that's going to be perfect. There's going to be a time that I will feel that, okay, maybe some of my past decision that I made, which I cannot go back, was not so great. So where I'm at now, how can I turn things around? How best can I go about it without hurting someone or without making it worse, right? So I have to figure that out. One cannot do much if they do not have a plan. Most of all of us are born with basic fundamental sense. And I use that term because when you use common sense, there you do have certain people that they will categorize you, that they will think that you're part of a certain group, and I'm not part of that certain group. So I tend to not use the word common sense, right? So I go with the other therapeutic word, which is basic fundamental sense. Everybody is born with it, including animals, right? So when you have that basic fundamental sense, as a child, teenagers, when teenagers get to a certain age, they become difficult, right? Because they get curious, they see things. Now social media, oh my gosh. Thank God I did not grow up around the time that internet was like this huge, humongous. I don't know if I will turn out to be me. Maybe I will cause more problems for my parents. Oh my gosh. But thank God, my children, everything that my parents, myself, Kay, my sisters, brothers, cousins that I'm closer to, and good friends that I'm closer to, has helped embedded in my children. I am grateful for that, right? And we should be grateful for all those mothers, fathers who has been able to build a foundation and really educate their children. Our children are going to be on social media as to whether or not we like it or not. But the materials, the resources out there. We need to give them directive and information for them to kind of like find themselves, be independent, but not just listening to everything and take everything in, because it's not everything you hear on social media, you see on social media, that you should digest. Because if you digest certain things, it's toxic. We have seen so much happening, when it comes to some, some people, going through divorces, difficult time, having a lot of issues, rumors being said, assumption being spread out on social media about infidelity and stuff. So when you hear some people going through that, right? And the audience, as spectators, right? This is the time for you to take something out, learn it, right? You use it as an example, a lesson for you to teach yourself and educate yourself. All right, if I'm going through difficult time in my life, or I'm in a relationship or in a marriage and it's no more, am I bringing it on social media? Is it even healthier to bring your marriage issues, problems on social media? First of all, as a woman, as a man, as a husband, as a wife, as a brother, as a sister, as a spectator, as an audience supporter against, it's not our place to tell people what to do and what not to do. You can give advices and suggestions, but don't bring someone down when they are already down, because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Every day something is happening. So just because Asumesi is going through something, it doesn't mean that it will not happen to you. But when it comes to our society, sometimes I try to figure out how people's mind work. I know how my mind works. I cannot expect everybody to think exactly like me. However, if I have boss lady doing a program, and she has people coming in to share their opinion, and they sharing some nuggets, as Sister for that Adwoa will say, some wisdom and knowledge. I have to be able to pay attention and listen. Maybe I could learn something from there, or I might be going through the same problems, right? And have a solution to solve it. But many of us don't want to think that, right? Which is sad, because that's why a lot of people are struggling big time. This is exactly how bad. Perfect. Oh, sis, thank you. Hello, Missy. Hello. Okay. Oh, Sister Eno Asosika Yemawakwaba. And greetings to you as well. So, as I said in the beginning, no one has the ability to stop time with the exception of the Creator, which is the Almighty God. He is the only one who can manipulate time, stop time at any time, any day. It don't matter, any second whatsoever. He's the only one that can stop time. But how? But many people do reckless things, right? Or many people are very reckless, and and they do things thinking and knowing that they can pave a way, right, to ask for forgiveness without thinking of the consequence. We also should keep in mind that karma does not have expiration date. So no matter the things that we do, good or bad, the ugly, whatsoever, we will reap whatever we sow, right? Some people will be like, oh man, I've been doing this so many years and I'm still here. God knows everything, anything, what's going to happen 1,000 years from now. God knows my expiration date. He knows exactly the day that I will die. He knows how I'm going to die, if I'm going to die peacefully or, God forbid, through tragic ending. He knows exactly what's going to happen to me. There's no way I can change that. When accidents happen, accident is an accident. Can you explain to me why accidents happen? We cannot, because it's something that is uncontrollable. It just happened, right? That's why they call it accident. But you do have people, both genders, men, women, who also, some of them also teaches their children. Every child is innocent, but children can be taught to be whatsoever. So some parents, racist parents, can teach their children to be racist against certain colors, certain race, right? Because they feel that they are entitled, right? They are better than other people, and if they can go against religion and whatsoever. So we all have the means to teach our children's right, our children right or not, right? However, when it comes to us getting to our adult age, we have control of our actions. So if I'm like, as a Jodo, I plan in my head to pretend to be nice, sweet, and charming and whatsoever to please people, I will be deceiving people, right? But within, everything that I am within, the Almighty God knows. I cannot hide that from Him. He created the world, He created human beings. So everything He knows. But ordinary people may not know that. So for me to think, say, oh, because nobody knows the type of person that I am, because a lot of them don't know me, so I'm going to pretend to be someone that I'm not. I'm not harming nobody but myself, because at the end of the day, if anything comes down to it, I will reap what I'm sowing, right? Whatever I'm sowing, I'm going to reap that. I cannot have Sister Yafada to write and come and say, okay, everything Adwoa have done in the dark or it's been doing that is bad. Sister Ya should come and reap it for me. It will never happen. So when we do things, right? When we think about things, because if you think ill of people, I know people within family, within among friends, that who had thought ill of somebody and they ended up dying. I have heard people have conversation planning their mothers and fathers funerals, or a sick family member's funeral, and they ended up dying because they went ahead and bought the coffin ahead of time. The person has not died yet, but some of us will think ahead and say, oh, the way this person is sick, that person is going to die soon. So let me prepare for the funeral. You preparing your own funeral. Just so, you don't calculate such thoughts. It's never okay for some people to think ill of other people. You do have friends, family members, people who will see you. Oh my goodness, it would be like so great if this girl dies so I can have her husband. I mean, for a human being to think in such manner, you got emotional and psychological problems. In life, it's not everything we need to respond to, right? When things happen, or if you hear that someone had gossip about you, someone had lied on you, uh, or someone is planning, being sinister, planning things against you, trying to get people around you to no longer be your friends no more. When you hear things like that, or if you feel that you're going through something like that, it's okay. You know, this is how I think things. And sometimes some of my some people that I'm closer to be like, Adwoa, don't like, my non-Ghanaian friends and co-workers, they be like, Amelia, you crazy. It's not that. When someone spend time, hours speaking about you, talking about you, just trying to know everything about you, stalking you, doing whatever. Because on social media, you have people stalking other people, trying to, they don't let you see them, they don't let you see that they watching you, but they're there, right? They're right there watching you and having their own thoughts to themselves. But this is how I see it. When someone goes to that length, I see that person not being able to be measured up to you. So you doing something that they lack of. And the fact that they cannot measure up to you, they have to do the opposite, something sinister against you or to see you suffer. I don't even understand. Like, how does one enjoy another person being in pain, going through difficult time? It's like it's not normal for anyone to jubilate somebody's hardship, somebody's challenges, somebody's difficulties or struggles. It's never okay because, like, and then when something happens to you, you want other people to be compassionate towards you because you see yourself being higher than the other person a year ago, 2 years ago, a couple months ago. I mean, like, when I look at social media, I watch different type of people. I watch some Ghanaians, who are very educated, knowledgeable, and have a lot of wisdom. I watch them, but the toxic videos, I don't watch it. The reason why I don't watch it is toxic. And the more you watch it, it's like it becomes part of you. I mean, my thinking might be different from most people, but like I just don't know what I'm getting out of it. If it's something that I feel that I can use it as an educational piece, then I will be able to watch up to 5 minutes or the most 10 minutes to be able to like use it to discuss. And I don't like mentioning names because, like, when you see some toxic, unhealthy things, going on, circulating on social media, and you mentioning the person name, is like you promoting that person. So for me, I just stick with uh, the neutral stuff. I'm not going to, like, promote anyone that do not need to be promoted or deserve to be promoted, right? So I'm different. So, as I was saying, as to whether or not you were provoked or not, please, before you react, because majority of us are reactive, right? We're not proactive. A lot of people are reactive when they hear things. They go and have to go do something about it. Boss lady did program this morning in US, but it was afternoon. It was 4 p.m. in UK, and she shared that you have two siblings. The younger sister saw the older sister husband with another woman, and she went and told her older sister. Her older sister did not manage her emotions well. She lack of emotional resilience, so she went to the side chick's place. Had altercation with her, and now the side chick is like at the hospital, and she's arrested. Think of this: if this lady was able to be proactive, right, and really take her time to process everything that has been told to her, right? First of all, I just don't understand. Let me put my hands down before I started my attitude. I just don't understand as to why when some women finds out that is their husband are cheating, their first response to go to the side chick. And I say this many times, and I will keep saying it over and over. I personally would not have a problem with another woman stepping in, being with my husband. Because if my husband does not give that opportunity or allows it, it wouldn't happen. If I do not allow it, there will not be another man in our marriage. So that person, the third person coming in as to whether or not I created it or Kay created it, my problem is going to be with my husband. That other person, I I have nothing to do with that person because they did not come to my marriage house to ask for my husband. You get me? So if your husband goes out to get another woman, your problem should not be with the other woman. It should be with your husband. But this is what a lot of Ghanaian women do. They don't want to face the problem itself because they have, most of them, lack of security. Most of them are dependable, so they don't want to confront the problem, which is sitting right there in their home, staring right at them, because they feel like if they do confront the problem itself, either their husband or their man who no longer wants to be with them, they will want a divorce, want to walk away, or they will lose them. You need to be independent. So once, if and when, and once most women are going to start building themselves up, be responsible, hold their partners accountable for their actions, confront them, not aggressively, have effective dialogue with your man. If your man is acting like a child, you talk to them as a child. You need to be on their level. If they need to be like mold, you're going to have to get to that level. But there's no need to disrespect, right? Because a lot of our men, respect is something that, if they don't get respect, they're not going to hear what you're saying. So give them the respect that they need. As to whether or not they are cheaters, they cannot be faithful, still give them the respect. Of course, talk to them. Let them know it's not like, you're not one of those women who will say, oh, yeah. I hear people say some people who says that they're counselors, right? And they talk about, oh, if your husband goes out and cheat with a side chick, when they come home, make sure you help them bathe, you wash the thing, and then you kiss it. And then they go and say, if you're a woman and you cheat on your husband, you are a shower. Hey, are you correct? A man can be a shower, a woman can be a shower. When you are committed in a relationship or in a marriage, you need to stay committed. I have said this some time ago. Cheaters, I need you guys, both men and women, have an association, right? And then you put say unfaithful partners. So you will know yourself. So you can be unfaithful among yourself without involving your faithful partners. We need to be able to have constructive dialogue. So if you're a man or if you're a woman and your husband is cheating on you, the other woman is not your problem, because that woman did not come to your marital home, did not approach your husband, your boyfriend. It's the other way around. So deal with your problem. This is I have for that to say. Our alcohol, but women hold men to a lower standard. Self-control, self-discipline of some men is a big problem. Sis, increase the volume. Increase the volume. Saya, there was a time that I truly used to think that self control and self discipline is a problem for most of our men, as you said. And don't get me wrong, it could be true. But then as time went on, this is what I have observed and also have come to realize, when you dissect things and you go beneath what is beneath instead of, thinking about the obvious. A lot of our men, a lot of them, a big portion of them do lack of self-control and self-discipline because most women have allowed it. They have allowed it. They have pacified them to the extreme, because you do sometimes, I have a lot of male friends and I talk to them, and most of them are upfront because we will talk and then we will have conversation regarding, relationship, because I'm a woman, so I can think like a woman, but then I can think like a man. Even I can have my own conclusion or assumption as to how men think. Even sometimes I will ask him some questions, to kind of pick his brain. And At times people are like, are you gonna use it to make a program? I'll be like, well, it depends, and then he will give me some, he will talk, and give me some information. And sometimes he will like, you know what? I don't have nothing to say about that. That's like his way of telling me I don't really want to talk about it, and I'm not gonna force it upon him. This is Sage Williams, Akwabo Besima. So I feel like, the lack of self control and the lack of self discipline has become greater because most women have allowed their men, to get away with a lot of foolish stuff, a lot of unnecessary things. Because you know what? How some of our men treat their female partners, you will cry. Eh? And some of our female partners, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to talk about it because they're dependent on the men. And a lot of them are spoiled. And they taking it to the full extent. Because you know what, like most times you have a man, a partner cheat multiple times, and they're expecting their female partner to forgive them. And the family of the female partner will also, support them. So, what is there for me to work on me if I can get away with stepping outside my relationship as a man? So, most times, they know exactly what they're doing. It's not that they're lacking of it. They know they can get away with it because they will have supporters. A lot of people going to be rooting them on. Well, it's in their DNA. Which DNA? What of the emotional pain, the psychological pain that male partner is inflicting on his wife or their wife or girlfriend? That doesn't matter. It doesn't count. If we find out a woman is cheating on their husband or boyfriend, almost everybody will condemn that woman. But then, if it's a man doing that, it's okay. Because a man cannot stay with one woman. But we need to also keep in mind, though, if a man cannot be with one woman and be certified enough, why are there some noble men, faithful men on this earth? They have the opportunity, they have the choice to cheat, but they choosing not to do so. It means that they have control of their urges. When you become sexually active, you have a choice to do whatever you want to do, how you want to go about it. We do have some men, some women who are addicted to sex. We do have some men and women who are not getting enough sexual intercourse or activities with their partners. So they're choosing to masturbate, even though they have a partner, because the partner is not able to satisfy them to their heart desire. So they masturbating. And when they do masturbate, it gets to a point that they're going to get used to that masturbation. And what's going to happen is that there's going to be less and less sexual activities between the two couples, because now they will start living like roommates. One cannot blame the other, because once a thing started, The other did not start having effective communication, right? So what happened if before the gap was this way, as time goes on, the gap keeps expanding, expanding, expanding. And before you know it, there is nothing. You cannot fix it. When things start on the baseline, you need to start discussing it. Because once you get above the baseline, it's going to be harder to resolve the problem. So once you realize something is off, learn coping skills, how to have conversation with your partner. Practice makes perfect. I have stand in the mirror many times. Call me crazy. I know I'm not crazy because I need to train myself, you know, with my facial expression, body posture, tone of voice, to make sure that, like, when I ask to speak to Kay, that he doesn't feel anxious or like, wondering, like, just making him uncomfortable. No, he needs to feel comfortable and not hesitate to want to talk to me, because we need to have a conversation. Because when you have more conversation, effective one, you start enjoying to talk to each other. Oh, happy Canada's Day. I see. It's say and shall say now say Monday. For us, US is Independence Day Monday, the 4th. Into Monday, I'm off. So I have a long weekend. I have a really long weekend. So that's what's up. So, you all right, baby girl? What happened? Is Daddy sleeping? You see, he's sleeping? Okay, so when he comes, what you having? Hmm. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. Bring me the Nutella plate and the bread. I'm going to do 2 in 1, okay? So bring it to me. Peanut butter? That one is open. All right. And bring me the bread knife, okay? Okay. Oh, it's today. I see. Oh, then you guys enjoy it. So you guys did not go to work? Did you get a time off from work? Lordy Lord. Because Monday is Independence Day. Bring the bread. Independence Day, so there's no work for moi. I'm happy. I can just rest. Which one you want? No, you can give him that one. What about your brother? Bring the bread knife, please. You want 2 slices? 2 slices. Bring the bread knife. Where the glasses are? 2 slices. Sorry, guys. Oh Lord. All right. So how we react to situations and problems in our own life and others' life is really important. So when we hear things on social media, you have thank you. If you have like people kind of like cyberbullying other people because you like that person, you need to do better, right? Learn coping skills, how you can support in some ways. If you cannot support a person, or actually educating your role model, someone that you look up to, if that person cannot manage their own, bring me a napkin, baby girl. If they cannot manage their own emotions, then you will not learn anything. Thank you. You will not learn anything productive, right? Because we always say, when you follow wise people, you become wiser. When you follow fools, you become a fool. And sometimes most people who tend to follow fools, uh, they tend to not be able to use their own mindset. There you go, baby girl. What drink you gonna have? Okay, if you can, you bring it to me and I'll pour it for you. Okay, just leave it. Maybe your brother will want the same thing. Thank you. Sorry, guys. They will get to a point that they will not be able to make their own decisions. In order for them to function, they're going to need someone to tell them what to do before they can follow through that, right? So when you promoting something, you need to make sure that what you're promoting is something that will be beneficial for you, and you're not doing it at somebody else's expenses, right? Now there are so many ways when we go through challenges. When you bring a plate, okay. Oh, actually, you want toasted one, right? Or you want the regular? I'll just have regular. Okay, so bring the plate then. I have everything here. All right, so when people go through challenges, we need to think about it different ways. There are multiple ways that we can support people who are going through challenges, right? And also support ourselves, because challenges are part of life. You cannot go through life without going through some type of, hurdles, obstacles, and learning better coping skills will help you be able to be prepared for it. So what you need to do is, one, always feel your feelings. Know how you're feeling inside. Validate your feelings. Talk about it. Don't keep it inside. If you do have support can come from outside your family, outside your marital home, because we do have people who really want the best for you. So being able to accept help from other people is really important. Don't just keep things inside. Mental health is real. Some people develop depression, bipolar, anxiety disorder, get stressed, and so forth, because they keep things inside. They don't process things. They don't know how to let things go. They don't know how to um, share with other people. And then again, some people choosing, you're welcome, some people are choosing not to express their feelings because other people will gossip about it. They will talk bad mouth the person, and most of us know that lies spread faster than the truth. A lot of people don't want to speak the truth, and always know that you were never alone. A lot of people feels really lonely, and Keep a positive mindset. Oh my goodness, the 21st century nurse. Our angel back up, Sister Angelina Ba. Apomo is saying, Wacho. Oh, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, oh, wow. My dear sister, Owusu Jennifer, welcome. How are you doing? Oh, wow. I didn't even Brother G, you have landed and I haven't seen you say hello. Why is that? Why are you so quiet today, Brother G? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brother Papa Joe Wilson, welcome. If I'm not looking straight at the phone, the other phone, I wouldn't know that, other friends have joined us. My dear sister, Doris, America, welcome. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Let me see. Who haven't I? Who is here? Oh, brother Toby Bell. How are you doing? Good to see you. My dear sister Bethy, Patricia. Welcome, welcome. Let me see. I did that now rather well as school. Okay, so far. So far. Mhm. So when you're going through situations, right? Um, or challenges, just know that you are not alone. A lot of people feels that they're alone. Even, doing self-talk, if you feel that you won't be able to trust anyone, use yourself, right? Self-talk is something that helped me over the years, because like when you feel that nobody's hearing you, nobody's understanding you, you feel so alone, and when you talk to people, they don't get it. They feel that, okay, you the problem, you part of the problem, right? And sometimes we don't see as being the culprit. However, when situations are happening or things are happening in your life, it could be a decision that you make, someone that you allow in your circle of friends, people that you have trusted, you know, um, cause it. So in every situation, we do play a major part in it. So the best way to always, for a person, um, to kind of like when you get to your lowest point, for you to come out of that is to know that you are never alone. Some people are able to, handle challenges, whereas they're able to hide it from everybody, even with the people that they are closer to, better than others. Others cannot. That's why on social media you see some people when their marriage crumbles, or like if they hear about their someone that they know from some other person, they come and jubilate about it because they cannot hide things. This is too good for them to like not say nothing about it. But when we think about reality, right? Whatever myself, you, or anyone is going through, there are others who have been through it also. Because I know my mom is one of my circle of support, because I know my mom, she has gone through her challenges. So it's like sometimes if I'm struggling with some personal uh, personal problems, right? Or I'm feeling emotional about something that I know that I cannot talk to Kay about it because it's mine to kind of deal with it. I'll ask my mom, in a third person, or, and then, to see how, she will resolve it if it was her or if she had had such experience, right? But the fact that I do programs, so I get away with some things. Sometimes, I do have some people who also will like ask me questions through messenger and wants me to like discuss it, so I will bring it to, I will ask kids sometimes my baby sister crisscross, and other times my big sister when I go to work to pick her up on Fridays, or like Friday morning when I pick her up to drop her off, or weekends. I will throw the question to her to also hear um, her opinion about it. So it's like, I just need to be able to kind of not have to just take everything on, because some of us, we take so much on, it becomes too overwhelming, and then we break down, right? I don't ever want to get there, because a lot of times, when you can't handle certain emotional incident or situation, if you don't take care of you, you will have a breakdown, which can cause mental illness. And I don't want to go there. So it's always important to try to reach out to people in the community. There are places that they have resources. I mean, when it comes to Ghana, I'm not sure if they do have a lot of resources, especially when it comes to mental illness, mental wellness, and other, medical situation. But people who live, Ghanaian people who live abroad, most of you know that there are a lot of resources in the community and in the network. Some of us still more hesitant to kind of expand the help, because we fearful that somebody from our country is going to hear about what I'm going through, so I'm just going to keep it to myself. For me, I will let everything out. I can't even lie, sometimes when I say things, they'll be like, "You say too much." I can't. Oh my gosh. And I can't, I mean, I don't like to lie, I would rather not say nothing, but like it's not a good habit, to lie about things and just make things up or pretend to be someone that you're not. I can't, because it's so unattractive to me. So I do my very best, to be myself. This is me, the real me. It's always important to speak out your feelings and express any concerns that you have, and then set a clear expectation and boundaries in your life. I mean, there are some people, like when you talk to, you just have to restrict certain things, because it's not everybody. Maybe that person is going through their own challenges and you don't know. But it's always good to have someone to talk to. Like I do voice note with boss lady, Sister for the Atabra, Sister Sage Williams. Like, Sister Sage Williams, when I need some authentic merchandise, I do some voice notes back and forth, but I don't like bother Sister Sage, on personal issues. And I'm sure, like, if I extend it, she will, be able to give me great advice, because she's very knowledgeable. Sister for that to Brad, because, she does programs. Sometimes, I will go through her videos or some of my programs, or like if something comes up, I will make a voice note and I'll be like, Sister, yeah, like, what are your thoughts about this? And then she will give me some insight, and at times, we just um talk about random things. Some of them are really funny. just to, like, make the other person, like, humor the other person and so forth. So it's like, the fact that I do have that circle of support, right? And then of course it's a Sika to get insight about certain things. So it's like I have different people that I call for certain support, right? If I'm kind of like having a hard time with some information that I can't figure it out, I have support, my support team that I will go to, to get some insight, which is always good. But don't keep things inside, because nobody should feel alone, right? You shouldn't feel alone. And if you can go to a family member, or like people that you closer to your partner. We do have couples that they live in the same house, but they're not able to even communicate with one another. That is really sad, because I cannot imagine myself with Kay and not being able to sit with him and talk with him. Because don't get me wrong, when we first started, like, our marriage, our marital home was like, it was, there was always something hot going on. I will stop talking to him for a good couple days, or sometimes over a week. He will greet me and do whatever, but nothing will come from me. But I don't do that no more, because it's just a pity. I wasted so much time on that. But I learned, with time, I have learned to manage my emotions, and using my words is really important. I use my words all the time. I don't keep things in. If I'm bothered, I'm going to speak about it. As to whether or not you like it or not, I will speak about it. So now my family, they know me quite well. Always ask for help. Because you are not alone. I am not alone. So we can find help all over. Just uh, utilize your network, community resources. But when it comes to the Ghanaian community now, it's very limited. So you just need to make sure that you're not just talking to anyone. You have to make sure that the person that you're talking to, you can depend, or you can count on. That person can support you at the time of need. Not desire, because don't bring it there. Before you know when somebody will be making a video of it on social media. Hey, oh lordy lord. So and just keep in mind, when we go through challenges, you should not feel ashamed. There's no need for anyone to feel ashamed if you're asking for help, because people depend on people. Just that, because we have some people who are limited mindset, dysfunctional, wicked, evil, liars, deceptive, manipulative, and so forth, that they kind of like, at your lowest, that's when they're going to kind of like take advantage of you. So just make sure that the people that you opening up to, even when you go to church, church supposed to be a place that should be, very place of need. When you in need of to for you to get spiritual support and moral support. But some people within the church, they're not the church, but within the church, within the congregation, are not so good people. So some of them may use, spiritual guidance, to mislead you instead of helping you with your need. They're going to mislead you, take advantage of you. So always be mindful that you go into the right network, the right resources, the right people in the community, so nobody take advantage of your vulnerable, state. Make sure of that. So, when it comes to as to whether you choose to rely on a loved one, family members, someone who is your mentor, a stranger. I mean, in US, like sometimes, you find yourself. There has been time since I started driving, I don't get to have strangers talking to me, but like if I walk to the store or like, just take a walk outside in the community, I find, I say hello to people that I meet on the street. I would say hi because you need to like engage. I want to feel the person's energy to see if I need to be, but I'm always careful, right? Some people may be in a bad mood, but your hi alone, or asking how you doing can kind of brighten their day. So like, I'm a high person when I'm in the road. And sometimes, if you sit in the public transportation, in the bus or in the train, someone sit next to you, they might see you reading a certain book or like, reading the newspaper or like going through your phone, and they see your phone screen that you're watching a video that they have seen before. They might engage you in conversation and stuff. I used to get that a lot, but since I started driving more than taking public transportation, that interaction has ceased, right? So sometimes, when you're going through things, you may end up, bumping into a stranger, or a stranger might start, a conversation with you, whereas you'll be able to like open up to that person because you feel like, okay, this person is don't know me. So I can really express myself to that person. After that, I don't have to worry about hearing it on social media or like, but it could still happen. So a friend talking to a friend, or people in general, some people will feel that coming on social media to do a program about their struggles and challenges may relieve some of the stress. But keep in mind, on social media, like what I'm doing right now is going to be sitting there for a long time unless I choose to delete it. Even when you delete it and someone has already reported it, that is still going to kind of like roam around. So there are people who want to help you succeed, me succeed. So like, we just need to be mindful and be proactive. Don't react to things, because when you do react to things, you can get yourself in serious trouble because you might do something that will come back to bite you in the behind. And some of them can lead to legal matters, right? You can hurt somebody. Um, there is sometimes you hear stories about people, when someone hits someone, the person um, pass out and they never woke up again, or the person pass out and now in a coma. So it's like, aggression, physical aggression, poisoning somebody, putting, drug in somebody's drink, all those things can get you in serious trouble because you will go to jail, right? If you hit someone and the person die, you never know. Maybe it's time for that person to die, but they die by your hands. So you are going to go to jail. You best believe that. Okay, so let me stop and do promo. And then once I finish with promo, I will talk about, what are ways that we can go about it to feel our feelings. Nana, are you okay? Okay, so why you guys keep going back and forth? What is it you're looking for? You don't know. Why you want to come and join mommy to talk up? Is that your dad saying no? Oh, it's okay. You're not sleeping, right? Because Nana Kwesi keeps coming, going back and forth. So I'm thinking he needs something, but he's saying he doesn't need something. So I thought maybe he wants to engage in this conversation. Huh? So, Kay, you want to join me? You don't want to join. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Lord Jesus Christ. Oh, all right. My dear Amanda, welcome. How are you doing? De Souza. Oh, that's a nice name. Welcome. So let me do promo and then I'll come back to, we're talking about challenges that we can, tackle in our life because I just don't like to compare myself to other people or kind of like do unnecessary competition. I don't want to follow people if I am not getting nothing productive or beneficial from that person. Um, I know so much. I have learned a lot over the years, but I still want to learn from other people. So it's like if you have people who are knowledgeable and have wisdom, it's always important to learn from other people. You can kind of like keep it in the back of your head. If you don't have a need for it now, you may have a need for it some other time. So, there are other queen ladies, who are also very knowledgeable, who does program. And we have the one and only boss lady, Bakope. Dada hashtag Dada Rasta Radio Muya Sansua one, the beautiful and knowledgeable one was in fire drive time on weekdays, UK time 4 p.m. at Fire Life Radio. Say Ojadem. Boss lady, she I don't know when boss lady sleeps, but she's always supporting all the friends, families around her, people who support her. She's always supporting, sharing the program. Boss, thank you. God bless you. And Monday through Friday, boss lady always, she would DJ like the music that she will play, and you see boss lady sitting there moving and dancing. It's incredible. I don't know how she does it 5 days a week. Oh my goodness gracious. And then on Thursdays, Fridays, it's like, mental health, wellness day. Like right now, it's on hold, but she has awesome topics that she brings forth. And Fire Life Radio family, they never, never, never disappoint. They come with a lot of different aspects of personal opinions. And, when you hear people talk, just figure out which one will be more beneficial for you. Don't go and take anything, everything, because we want to make sure that people are well, and they're making healthy decisions. And then Fire Life Radio again on Saturdays at 3 p.m. UK time with Mami Tribwa and Afra in Sankofa. They say, learn the Chi language, Chi Kasa. Mhm. And then you have our knowledgeable sister with the X Factor, Sister Aisha Ankra. One, no size. Papa. Sister Aisha, she sells the Juice Plus natural supplements and Avon products. So if you are someone who loves a lot of accessories, perfume, lipstick, lip gloss, creams, facial creams, and so forth. How to groom your pubic hair and groom your everything to smell nice, maintain good hygiene. If you like Avon products, I love Avon products. Unfortunately, because I base in US, I cannot order from Sister Aisha. So if you reside in UK and you like Avon products, please DM Sister Aisha and buy some products from her to support her. Natural supplement juice plus, you can order it if at wherever you are in the world, you can order that. So let's support Sister Aisha Anka. And then I have my sister Obapa Nana Abuna. If you like to have organic hair products, like I have been using that, like I just have the front braided because my kids' graduation, was last week. The girls was on the 21st and Nana Kwesi's was on the 22nd. So it was a pretty busy week. Very excited and expensive also. Expensive also. But it was all worth it. Both of them looked really great. Nana Kwesi looked handsome with his haircut. Mommy looked beautiful, like a princess with her hairstyle. I actually copied her hairstyle, the front, and then curled the back. So the back still have some curls in it, but the curls is coming out. Not all the way, but it has come out. So if you want to use organic hair products, just DM Sister Nanabna. It's always good to use one product for your hair when you use so many different, because some of us women, me included, in the past, if I hear a friend telling me, girl, this hair products, it grows hair, this and that, you got to go get it, and I'll get it, and within a couple weeks or months I'm using another hair product. And then my dad has been using the hair product DAX, DAX, for years. My dad has been using it over 20 years. My father, his hair, he he has such a thick hair. At his age, I should be seeing some baldness somewhere, but he got none. Nothing at all. He has been using the same hair product for men, for his hair for a long time. He never, stopped using it to go use somebody else. No, he's been using one product for so many years, and he's up to today. My father's hair be growing and it's so freaking thick. Thank God I have his hair because otherwise I should be bored right now. My hair has suffered rough. I went to Ghana 2000, and before I came back, I had micro braids. That micro braids messed up my whole hair, especially the front. By the time I took everything out, my whole front, there was no hair. Everything came out. I cried for nights and nights. I started braiding my hair, but then when you also braid your hair, sometimes they pull it too hard in the front. So by the time you take the braids out, it starts falling apart, right? So like my baby sister, when she braids hair, the way that she does it, your hair is not gonna break because she braids it inside. She puts it within. I don't know how she does it, but people who knows how to braid hair, you know what I'm talking about. She push it inside. So when you take it out, like when she braids my hair and I'm taking it out, I just put my hands through and it's like coming out. And with some people, oh my gosh, it stays on it for 1 month and you can't even get it separated. It's crazy. Some people fingers grow hair, other people it just finish you just like that. So learn to use one product for your hair because you have different chemicals going in your hair. So when you if if you are like how I used to be, always trying something new, please stop because you just abusing your hair. Stick with one product. If you're using a product that's working for you, please stick with it. So, and then our tobacco sister ya for the atobranie. You see this nice, beautiful books in here. That's Sister Ya for the Atobra. Her first book that came out was Reflection of the Thirsty Soul, which is right here. It's an inspirational book. And then the second book is my best favorite. They all good read, but The Beauty of a Woman's Heart is my favorite book. And anyone from age 10 up, since Aya said it herself, can read The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. Both genders can read, but oh my God, a lot of women are going to be connected with that book because some of them is going to be a deja vu for them if they have experienced themselves. So it's like, this is like the insight, you have someone telling you her story and then you find common thread that, you also experience the same thing. It's incredible book. So, and then the third book is Refreshing for My Weary Soul, which is a devotional book. The last book, which I'm reading, is On It, a guideline to accountability and responsibility. So, if any of you, wants to buy this awesome books, you go to Amazon, you can get it on ebook, Barnes and Nobles, or Kindle. So it's like, let's go and support Sister Ya for that. She's the #1 bestseller. On it, on Amazon. So just go and check her out and also try to give her some reviews, right? When you read the book, go and give her some really nice review. And then she does program on Saturday, which is tomorrow. I cannot wait. At 11:30 a.m. MST at her time. U.S. Eastern time will be 11:30 a.m. So tune in. If you have any questions from any of her books, you can ask her any questions. The topics that she will bring forth and talk about. Incredible with her guest star, Sister Ya B. Russell. It's really great. So let's support Sister Ya for that. Go to Amazon now and get your own copy. Our beautiful sister Ya B. Russell. She's a beauty advocate. 100% natural health. She does recording programs and put it on YouTube. Oh, please go and check it out. You're going to love it. If you have bad breath and you want to get rid of it, she has some remedies that will help you maintaining good hygiene, eating healthy and other beauty stuff, things. So DM Sister Ya B. Russell and she will give you all the inside scoop to support her. And Sister Ya B. Russell, thank you so very much for my demo, my jingle. I'm going to like display that next week. You guys going to, she's incredible. And she did it for me for free. She could have charged me for it, but I don't know. Like, she just did it for me. Mhm. And she's the reason why I'm doing a therapeutic section, dissecting things, for us to like figure things out, how we can go about to make, to come out with solutions instead of always going to people looking for solutions. Sometimes there are some help that we ourselves can do, that self-regulations, learn how to self-regulate ourselves when we are really pissed off, upset, or going through some emotional issues, how we can better ourselves. It's not easy, but it's doable. And then we have Sister Sage Williams, Sister Sage Williams, have some authentic merchandise, and she make t-shirts, with different designers, including kente and the traditional Ghanaian traditional clothing, as a design in the front. I have done some programs that I have wear some of the t-shirts, which I continue to wear, and I'll wear it again, and I'll wear it again over and over. It's like something that you can, if you want to have a casual dress, not too overdressed or like not too underdressed, you can use it, because I have wore some of them to go to work, to do visits, and go out for like, it's incredible. And you can wear it over jeans, casual pants, skirts, whatsoever, right? She also have one size fits all dresses, which some of them are kente and some of them are like the traditional clothing. They have names for some of them, but for me, if you ask me to name them, yeah, we're going to leave here tomorrow. She also sells some nice creams, cocoa butter with different remedies in it. It smells really good. You want to have a nice, beautiful skin. You see how beautiful my skin looks. It's not dry, looks nice and smooth. Hmm. If you have dry skin, uh, that will work for you. If you have neutral, whatever skin texture, you can utilize it. She also has jewelries and beads and so many other things. Just go to sageshare.com. And when you go over there with a t-shirt, you may not see the colors that you want. Please do not leave the website. Just order the sizes of t-shirt that you like to have, how many you want to have, and then there's going to be a comment box where else you can let her know the colors of t-shirts that you want. If you are someone who always organizing some events and you want all the guys, all the ladies, all the children, like churches and art bands and stuff like that, you want to wear the same type of color of t-shirt, by all means, you can order some from her, and trust me, very authentic materials, because some of the shirt I got it for last year, or some of them is like almost like 2 years, and then I have washed it multiple times. The neck stayed the same. You know how sometimes you go and buy t-shirt elsewhere and you wash it and the round neck started looking like a v-neck. This one is a v-neck. But like you wear it, you see the edges like looking really not so well. Her shirts are not like that. They're very authentic. So let's go to sageshare.com to support Sister Sage Williams. That would be awesome. And then we have our 21st century nurse on board also, Sister Angela Naba. Her Facebook page and YouTube is Angie's Talk, right? And she talks about wellness, mental health and other things. So let's go and support our sister. So, and then we have our sister Mamle Yoko Godwins with Upper Worldwide YouTube. She talks about parental alienation. She's also streaming live at times, most times on Facebook as well. So let's go and support her as well. Let's follow their pages. I have my big sister, also my god sister, Dachi Hima Efia Santo Philonash, a dean back for Bokronwa money, now take them a year to, and also told just plus maybe or yet life programs as well. This civic or mostly boutique merchandise, so Ghana will pay some severe souvenirs, dresses and other stuff. If you have a loved one or you really in love with someone, but you're not able to talk to the person, you kind of fearful that you're going to be rejected, and you want to buy something nice for that person, you should be able to go and, buy something. Maybe that will help you start a conversation, right? And Sister Angelina Ban also sells the natural supplement juice plus. The more the merrier. And then, Fridays, you go see moi. You see me at 6:30 p.m. US Eastern Time. I'm here about life issues, which is what we're doing today. Abrabo Mu Nsem, and then Saturdays with Sofu Samuel Okoso. We do marriage lessons, but sometimes we talk about general stuff. Last week Saturday we talked about youth social problems, on social media, some of the things that are happening over there, the pressure that they having, and sometimes making certain decisions because they want to follow sometimes, and so many other things. Sister Yafonda, no problem. I cannot wait tomorrow. Like, I already set my alarm. So I just cannot wait. And then I have my dear brother. Oh my gosh, where is this? Okay, you got to come and help me out. I don't even know where I download this thing at. Let me see. Recent. Okay. Yes, so I have my dear brother, Accra Boy, True Boss Lady. He has done a jingle for me. So, no problem. Sister Sage Williams. No problem. So Accra Boy, the announcer, he did a jingle for me, which is like awesome. So I'm going to just play a little bit of that. I shared on my page today. So you guys invite friends, share the program, and also follow Adwoa Odomen's page on Facebook. I also and then I have YouTube account, which is Adwoa Odomen's. Go and subscribe for me. Let me see.
Mumetie na montenase na muntie obapa Adwoa odotumede watutini Abrabo Mu Nsem eno kwasem Abrabo Mu Nsem doso na Abrabo Mu Nsem no kanedie wonim etoda na ya wo se onkonu adru etoda na ya wo se ewiase nya de etoda na ya wo se Abrabo no ene wodi asie munyane be kire motufo na ko wutiri mu yie ya ma odondwe sa no le mi che onkuna se je biala da eda efiada no nsia mo pa wo simaduasa di akonwa tena se show Facebook na wobɛhu sampa Abrabo Mu Nsem no ɛdɔso wo bi dia na wato wo dia fa yinam ɛno nti yɛnyina yɛnyɛ dwa yɛntie ɔbaapa Adwoa me say ɛyɛ sikasɛm ɛyɛ dwumasɛm ɛyɛ busuasɛm patro ɛnamfosɛm nsɛm bi na ɛkɔyi bibi ɛkyerɛ wɔatwe nyabotere tena se bɛgye afutupa ɛfiri ɔbaapa Adwoa wo dia wo dia ne sɛ bɛgye akonwa de fie da bia onsia ɛne ɛfa bɛkyerɛ sɛne abrabɔ no koraa no ɛsi ɛteɛ abrabɔ ɛyɛ deɛ bo abrabɔ koraa ɛyɛ deɛ ha ɛna ɔbɛnya nipa no ɛde ɛfisɛw ɛda memene da ɛyɛ awareɛ ɛnso ɛdeɛ sɛdeɛ ɛbɔ bla no bobi so awareɛ mu ɛno nti yɛnnua ba Adwoa ɔdɔ ɛsi konwa ɛne asɔfo koradam ɛtena se ɛpɛnsɛm sɛne awareɛ koraa no ɛsi ɛdeɛ aware wale a ase ɛne sɛ wɔse aware no kwae ɛwale na ɔbɛkyɛ mo ate aseɛ no hwan a ɛyɛ ɔbaapa Adwoa ɔdɔ yɛnhyia no yɛntie ne gye biaa wode wode ane sɛ wobɛkɔ fe na wabɔ Adwoa ɔdɔ wobɛbɔ Adwoa ɔdɔ patɔ wobɛnya ne wɔ hɔ no gye biaa yɛnhyia no wɔ Facebook so ɛmmerɛ a ɛda bɛmeda nɔmmiɛnsa abɔ ɛwɔ US time Abrabo Mu Nsem yɛka ne nia wonim sɛ wɔnkɔ bi a wɔse yɛnkɔ
Come and see, oh, come and see, oh, come and see, what you have done for me, oh, my Lord,
Oh, I can't wait. We get. I love it. It's awesome. And you know, I am my barber my support Adwoa. Don't follow me page, you know. Bye. I will try to do some pre-recorded like, you know, inspirational or like how you may say it, you know, something, just create a platform that, you know, if someone has something, thank you, Sesage, that people want to, like, you know, discuss. I just love to, like, have an open platform, you know, like talk about different things, not just resort to one thing on Fridays, because it's always good to be able to talk about this way. If someone has something pressing going on, they can ask that question or they can bring it forth for all of us to discuss it. So Accra Boy, thank you for the jingle. I truly appreciate it and I love it. Also, like I will play. I use the same, like, you know, song, sister Yabi Russell, but like her video is like kind of different. She used mostly almost the same pictures, but she have different message on that too. So I just love it. Thank you guys for your support. So let's go back to, you know, challenges that when we're going through challenges, what are some of the ways, you know, to kind of like heal from whatever you kind of like, you know, experience. Some people will want to just hold things in. It's never good to hold things in, all right? It's always important for people to feel their feelings, you know, share their feelings. When you masking your feelings within, it's not going to go away. It's still there. It's eating you alive. So it's always important for you to just let it out, not allow those type of feelings to be trapped within you. It's kind of like unhealthy energy that's going to be trapped, and you know it can have a negative health consequence on you. All right, keep in mind, whoever did you wrong, whatever you going through, whoever got you fired, whoever, you know, broke your heart, you know, that person is not worth you getting sick, making yourself sick. Get over it. It's going to take time. It's not going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Trust me. It's not. But you always have to take one day at a time. Make sure that you take as much time you need. Don't rush the healing process. Take step by step. talking it out. Even something, I tell you, we are our own miracles. A lot of people self talk. I will stand in the mirror and I will talk to myself. I'm not crazy. I'm just, like if I want to vent and I don't have anyone to vent to, I can just vent to myself. I don't have any problem with that. And self talk, if you think I'm just, saying it, you can Google on self talk. It's always good to do that, okay? Because when you're frustrated and people that you feel that you're talking to are not listening to you, when you talk, you vent with yourself, you are able to get everything out. You want to scream, scream. You want to yell, yell. You want to kick, just find a pillow or something soft to kick. Please trust me, don't go and kick no tree. Okay? You want to scream, you can look up in the sky. If you were at a park, you look up in the sky and you start screaming. Let people watch you like you crazy. Once you finish, you drink some water and you go about your day. It's good. Some of the things that one can also do, right? If you don't feel comfortable talking to yourself, right? Is you can play music and dance. Dance around, jump around, any dance is a dance. It will not kill earth. So you can play any type of music and just jump around, right? Move around, exercise, do meditation. A lot of people don't know meditation is like, oh my gosh, it calms all your nerves in your body, your mindset, everything. If you just take 5 minutes, if you have never done meditation before, you always start with 5 minutes meditation. Some people will feel comfortable doing it without music. Some will do it with music. Some of them, like, I like the ocean breeze, like the wave. Or sometimes, like, the raining sound. And other times, just the calming one. You just sit whichever way you want to sit, or like, lay back. Sometimes, some of us have, the face mask. You put the face mask, you sit down, you close your eyes, right? And then some people without music, you can kind of imagine, uh, a picture, something that makes you feel warm. Think of something that keeps you calm, something that brings a smile in your face. You think about that, you close your eyes. Some people will be like, oh, I don't like closing my eyes. Whichever way that you want to do it, just try to meditate on a daily basis, right? Every other day, twice a week, once a week, twice a month, every other week. You do that. But always start with 5 minutes if you have not done it before. And then as time goes on, you can add more time. I have done it so many times. At times, I will start meditating and fall, I will end up falling asleep for like a good hour or 2 hours. So I do it on my own time, right? When I'm not working, when I'm off, or if I feel really tired and I need to, like, get some rest. At times I will fall asleep right after I clock off from work. I'll be like, okay, let me rest my eyes for, like, let me just lay down for half an hour. And then I will wake up in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. And I'm like, oh my gosh. At times, I don't even see Kay leaving for work and he doesn't wake me up because he sees that for me to be sleeping this early, I'm tired. So, like, he will just let me sleep. And that's what it is. We need to learn to be able to um, do some meditation, but keeping our feeling inside, it's not going to go away. It's still going to be there. We cannot ignore it. So it's always good to take time to like kind of like feel out our feelings, express it. And other things that we can do also is to go for walk. Some people will be like, what am I going to do? Get some fresh air. If it's sunny, like if it's too hot outside, buy a hat, put on the hat so it kind of like blocks some of the sun from your forehead, your eyes, your face, so like you keep your face cool. Drink a lot of water. Drinking water, it never used to be something that I was like used to. I didn't like drinking water at all. I would drink Sprite, Coke, Pepsi, ginger ale, orange soda. Like everything was sweet, 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 sweet. But of lately, I'm drinking water. All right, and it's good to stay hydrated. Like if you like home or watching me right now, right? Like if you put your finger up, let me make sure I'm not showing you my middle finger. If you like whichever finger that you want to put out, right? And then this part, right? The joint right here, you hold it up, right? If you pinch it and you let go and it stays up for some time before it goes down, it means you dehydrated. If you let go and it goes down right away, it means you hydrated. You're drinking enough water. So just use that for yourself, to make sure that you're drinking a lot of water to keep yourself hydrated. We don't want to be dehydrated because at some point, if it becomes too severe, you can die for sure. And we don't want to do that. Some people also find themselves when, if you have a journal and you write in your journal, like things that are happening, some of the things that you kind of like want to do, but you haven't come around to it, what is preventing you from doing that? Um, Kind of like having a plan book, like what you can do going forward, how you can execute that. Or just write kind of like your things you do on a daily basis, things that makes you happy. What are some of the things that um, you can continue to do new things. It's like going on an adventure. Mhm. All that help. Taking vacation. Resting. I tell you, if you don't do it, nobody is going to do for you. Trust me, I've been there. Like when you have some people don't like writing, but writing is therapeutic. When you write about some things, sometimes you can write about random things. And I know some people who, and Sister Ya will tell you, Sister Ya, she has shared some of her personal experiences. Like before she started writing her books, she didn't even know where to start. But then she started, writing things down um, as time went by. She started, she kind of planned things out, became, have a strategic plan, and she set short goals for herself. You can set short goals and long goals. The two differences, like short goal is something that you plan to do um, right away, right? And then the long term goal is something that you're going to take your time to work on it because it's not going to be as easier to execute it. So let's try to be more therapeutic on things that we do, how we do it, how we plan it out. Don't just, be random and just doing things or saying things. When we're saying things and we're not planning for it, nothing is going to take place, right? So we need to learn to do better, be realistic, set realistic goals, and do things that will kind of keep you balanced, you know, and not do kind of like do too much comparison. Don't worry about what other people are doing, other people are not doing. Just focus on yourself because everything starts from us. If you yourself do not know what to do, trust me, someone can put ideas in your head. And if you don't have your own mind, you can do something again that will really put you in a situation of no return, right? Some people end up spending 20 to life in prison, 20, 15 years to life in prison because of uh, a decision that they made. They did not restrain themselves. They did not control their emotions. They did not control their anger. Someone came and said something without them having solid proof. What is happening is real, and they get into all type of problems, altercation for no reason. Because at the end of the day, the person who came and told you someone is doing something is free, and you the one who is in trouble. So let's use our own basic fundamental sense, but also to learn things, have better understanding before we apply. When you don't understand something and you're trying to practice it, it's not going to be effective because you don't understand it. Have understanding of things first. Sharing our feelings. Some people will say, "Oh, why you talk so much?" For me, I have had that experience. People have said that I talk too much, but you know what? I'd rather do that instead of going to gossip about someone, to lie on some people, or to sit and plan to defame someone, to do things that I know will not be beneficial for me, and I'm going to reap at the end. No, I would rather express myself and let people know. If you do me wrong, I'll let you know you did me wrong, and I will let you know how that makes me feel, right? If I don't have to like talk to you, I will stop talking to you. If I talk to you, it will be so very limited. It's not going to be as before. Mhm. And that's just me. So learn to talk about things. When you also talk out your feelings, right? What happens is that it helps you to be able to see the situation in a new light or different aspect. Because a lot of times when we keep things inside, we always seeing it one way. But when you talk it out, you'll be able to see it in a different light for you to kind of like figure out how best to kind of like deal with the situation. A lot of people, want to talk the talk, but they don't want to do the work. In every situation, there are thousands, trillions of solutions. Most of us just don't want to like kind of like figure that out because we expecting people to do everything for us. So we also need to practice on things. When we learn new coping skills, we need to practice it. Practice is going to make us perfect. Or even though not everybody, nobody in this world is perfect, we all have made decisions, said things, and done things that was not uh, for the best. So we need to do better and always try to find solutions to overcome any challenges that comes in our life. So I'm going to leave you guys here today. I see you guys tomorrow with Sopho Samuel Oposo. Um, 3 p.m. US Eastern Time tomorrow. So you guys do join us, and you all have a blessed, safe weekend. Take care of yourself, spend time with your family, but also have your own quality time. All right. Uh, take care of yourself, and bye, guys. Love you. One love always. Take care. Bye bye. I want to kiss my case lips because me yogurt in it. Bye, guys. I need to go get my